Hey everybody, it's George Wooden from BW Unlimited Charity Fundraising, your charity fundraising one-stop shop. Check out our website. Come on, everybody with me. Ready, set, go. www.bwunlimited.com, bwunlimited.com. Check it out. Okay, we're in here. My offices are absolute wreck. I know it is, but this is real, and you know me. I'm the reality of charity fundraising guy, so like I could put up a beautiful fake background and everything else, but this is my office, and usually when I come up with something I want to talk about, I do it right here from my office, right here from my desk, computer, camera, paper, junk all over the place. So today we're going to talk about two things. First off, I want to announce something pretty cool. Well, actually not pretty cool to me. If it was, then a bunch of my friends would really get on me, but it is what it is, what it is, what it is. For so long, we have been asking people what they want, and we've been hearing from everybody and their brother. And normally when we go into an event, the first thing that we hear is, what do you have for ladies? Well, other than jewelry. Well, so we've been doing some research and everything else, and I've actually started learning something, and I'm going to tell you about what I've learned. So the newest, latest, greatest is we are now going to be carrying purses. That's right. This is not my purse, guys. But it does match me, though. Look at the perfect bald-headed match. We're going to be carrying purses. Now, we're going to carry purses. Now, what the important thing is, this is a Michael Kors bag. This is my wife's bag. If she knew I had this, she'd kill me. But this is my wife's bag, Michael Kors. Now, what's important here is we are not going to be carrying Michael Kors, Versace, Prada, Gucci, all this Louis Vuitton. And let me tell you why, okay? We're going to be carrying purses. They're going to be called luxury designed. Luxury design purses. It could be really nice purses, but they're not going to be luxury design. What is one of the things? They're not going to be designed by Louis Vuitton, Louis Versace, Gucci, Mata, blah, 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 blah. No, it ain't going to be happening. Okay? Let me tell you why. Here's why. For the longest time, you know me. Let me get rid of this text message. You know me. That I had been battling counterfeiters, right? Counterfeit autograph providers. There's a couple that were really hounding the charity world, and I pounded them, told you about body sign guitars, and this is fake and that's fake. Well, guess what? The big thing out there is fake. These purses. I learned to call them purses too. They're not pocketbooks, even though I'm 55 years old. So my mother called them pocketbooks. Purses are big time something that is counterfeited. Louis Vuitton. How many Louis Vuitton? And believe me, I think I know what a Louis Vuitton looks like. Or Gucci or Prada. First off, let me tell you something. My wife likes purses, and when she goes to buy one, I feel like I should cut my leg off or give them my IV to drain the blood out of my arm. The reason why is they're ridiculously expensive. $5,000. Listen, if you think I'm lying, go on Louis Vuitton's website or Gucci or one of them places. I did it because I was learning about these because I see there's another company out there providing Versace and Prada and Louis Vuitton bags. And $5,000. $5,000 for this. You could go to, before I spent $5,000, I would go to Walmart and buy a bag. What in God's name in this is worth 5 G's? So, in fact, when I used to be a state trooper, we used to do drug interdiction. But one of the things we also did was counterfeit interdiction, coming down 95, coming out of New York, up out of New York. Purses are one of the biggest things that are counterfeited. They're coming out of China, big time counterfeit. So you got to watch out. So if anybody walks into you and says, "Oh, we can give you Prada, Gucci, Louis Vuitton." I'm trying to think the other ones. We can put them up, and like this, their cost to nonprofit or their consignment cost is like $100, $200, $300. Tell them to beat the streets, hit the road, Jack, get the door, because I'm telling you here and now, they're going to be counterfeit. They look really good, true, look very good, but do you want to be the charity known for putting counterfeit stuff on your silent auction? No, I don't. I do not also want to be known for the company helping charities that's pushing counterfeit purses. No, don't want to do it. So we were going to be carrying purses, luxury designed purses, not designer, because I am not going to push fake stuff on you. And I don't care what other companies say, well, we buy them in bulk. Bullshit, right? No. Go look. In fact, I had somebody from a very large charity tell me yesterday they won't even donate a gift certificate. You know why? Because they don't have to. That's Gucci. It's got a movie about them right now. So, what should you learn? Watch out. Somebody walks in and says they've got purses or whatever, and they're Gucci, Prada, all these big brand name stuff. The cost is insane, right? And if they're asking you for three and a half, how much is the guy giving it to you for? Well, he's probably getting it from China. I'm just telling you, stay away from it. Okay, that's all. But that's the big announcement. We'll be carrying purses. So, number 2. Second is, so a little earlier, I was listening to a friend of mine who does a podcast. He was doing a podcast about boards and everything else. And this brought me to something to my attention. And it literally, I said, you know what, I'm going to do a video on it. So I called a buddy of mine, a good friend, and I said, you know what, when we talked it through, and I said, I'm going to do a video on this. It is called Excuses for Failure. Now, first off, understand this. If you have a board, the biggest thing you have to understand, the number one thing that's the most important to a charity is what? Is their board and their support staff. It's their team, their committee, and all that. So a board of directors is to do 2 things. Two things. To help you make legal decisions and to financially support or find financial support for the charity. 1, help you make legal decisions. 2, to find financial support for the charity. The other thing, so then you have a support staff. You have the CEO or president, all that other stuff. You've got a committee, a group. They're there to help. Now, for events, for fundraising, there is normally a committee, a fundraising committee that's part of a charity. Whether you're all volunteers, I call them teams. Whether you're whatever, you gotta have a good support staff, and you bring them together. Now, what you want is, you want all type A people like me, right? You want all type A people who are absolutely 100% for helping your charity. They're for helping your charity. Whatever you need them to do, that's what they're doing. If you don't have a committee, or you've got a board of directors and they're not helping, and you don't have a committee, a fundraising committee that isn't doing anything, you know what you need to do? Prune the damn deadwood. Prune the deadwood. You're going to spend more time trying to get them to work, and they're not going to work. Get rid of them. Because if they're not there to support you, don't waste your time. Now, if you give them an excuse to fail, if you say to them something like, well, we need you to go out and sell tickets or get donations or something, but if you don't, that's okay. You know what 9.9 times out of 10 they're going to do? They're going to fail. You give them the option of supporting your charity or not supporting your charity, and not supporting the mission of your charity or whatever you're doing, like doing your event. You know what they're going to pick? They're going to pick the one that says, I don't have to do anything because he said it's okay. She said it's okay. Excuses for failure. If you give them an excuse to fail, they're going to fail. Now, you do not ever say, hey, I need you to do this. But if you don't, that's okay. Because that's like saying, here's a second place trophy. Here's the last place. Everybody gets a participation trophy. That's what's wrong with society today. Because everybody gets a trophy, applause for doing nothing. No. Because in fundraising, if you do nothing, guess what you get? Nothing. That's what you get. Nothing. In fact, you may even be in the negative where you're losing money. So if you have people on your board that aren't on your board of directors who aren't supporting your charity, they're not helping your event or finding you support or whatever, get rid of them. They've been on your board too long. Get rid of them. They're getting stagnant. If you've got a support staff or you have people who say this support and they're done doing nothing, cut their throats, get rid of them. Find the people who are going to do it, because the only way you're going to win is to what? Build a winning team. Don't give them excuses for failure. Because why? Because they will find an excuse to fail every single time. You want winners, not maybes and not losers. That's my tip for today. Winners, winners, winners. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Need some help? Reach out to me. Whatever, make a comment below. We'll see you next time. Check out our website, www.beatwunlimited.com. See you next time. Bye-bye.